You are now tuned into High and Bi podcast, hosted by your favorite unfriendly black high-ass bisexuals. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at High Bi Podcast, TikTok at High Bi Pod, and subscribe to our YouTube at High and Bi. You know, with the little and symbol right there. You know, just go check that out. All right, enjoy. All right, we're recording. Yo. It's episode 13, I think we're on now. I think it's 13. Look at that. Look at progress. We here with a new guest. They're gonna introduce themselves.
Hey guys, it's Jazmine here.
Yes. And that's gonna be in there.
Oh shit.
and cut. Like
cut.
Let me open this shit. We are accompanied by some joints. There we go. Is there a brand name for them that you got, or did you just?
Oh yeah, they're called Pure Beauty.
Okay.
They're little mini pre-rolls. They come in like a little compartment, and it comes in like 10 of them. But honestly, it's got me pretty high. How about you?
I just got some shit from the local weed spot. They don't have a name. They just put it in this little package that they be selling.
That's very sus, and you really bought it.
I really, and it was $10. It was $10 for each, and it's covered in resin. And I've had other people have bought it before me, so I'm like, I knew it was safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at where we came to.
Right? Like, it used to be so illegal on the street, and now I could just buy it for $10.
We used to be searching for plugs, like, and there are always someone really random.
And sketch.
Like a friend of a friend of a friend. Like, never. We were kind of dumb.
The things you do to get high, man. Things. Oh shit. The Angry Orchard is angry. All right, so we're gonna start with. Why do I always forget the order? Like, 1 second. Because I'm fucking high, that's why. All right, we're gonna do. Oh, I forgot to say. Do you have a high moment? It's okay if you don't.
See, I should have prepared that.
I know. I should have told you. I should have told you.
That's a lot of. Yeah, that's a lot of next time.
Yeah, next time. This is the high moment for that high moment.
This is a high moment. Yeah.
All right. So, tweets. You want to share yours, or I could go first?
Yes. Okay. So y'all know how that whole trend is going on about like what's your favorite tweet of like a certain username.
Mm.
So he said, "Niggas lucky Jeff Bezos got all that money and not me. I'd have little niggas in Nicaragua building pyramids for no reason."
Wow.
And then he says, "You go in the tomb of the pyramid and aim the flashlight at the wall. You gonna see we getting money, nigga."
I'm dead.
It's Samiri and Q4. And it's so horrible.
What's the at name?
Sky the Universe. You heard of him?
I don't think so. Probably if I see the profile picture.
He's one of those, like, they just have like an anime character.
Yeah,
so very incognito, but it's really crazy he said that.
Right.
What's yours? I only had one.
Okay, so one of mine is from what is that? It's like six Arby doll.
Okay.
And say non-black people will have the worst black accent ever and use the word nigga and then be like, but I grew up in New York. Like, so why you trying to do the Maryland but you from New York? We heard that, sis.
You too. Yo, their accent is really
like I'm from New York. Head ass bitch.
Bro. People think they see a couple of videos and then they could just do it.
Right? Like, why? But even why? Why?
Why?
I can't even. I mean, I be doing a British accent, but it's like, who don't? But like, I don't know. It'd be giving weird. And then my second one, the original tweet was from Sarome Russell, and said, "If a woman tells you to go deeper and you're out of dick, just whisper in Langston Hughes quote. It feels the same." So then somebody quoted it named Okay So Mick. And said, "What happens to a dick deferred?" Yo,
now she ate that.
No, deadass. I had to say that word.
Yo, people are ridiculous.
Like, that's why I can never get rid of it.
I would never delete it.
It'd be keeping me in a chokehold.
We were not supposed to know that many people existed, bro. Like,
no, for real.
Like,
we was on it young as fuck, just telling all of our tea.
Bro, before I did my whole scrub.
Yeah.
Before, I get canceled.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, we used to be on here acting a fucking fool, bro. Like,
yo, dead ass.
If I ever got like a transcript from our first time on Twitter,
no, because I could text from Twitter, so I know I was just saying anything
all day. Why the fuck was that a thing? Anything.
What was the name? It was like 404.
Bro, we changed our username every time.
Dead ass.
Remember when I was Jazzy Fonta?
Yes. Oh my god. I don't even know all my names, bro.
I should have kept that.
Yeah, why not?
Ooh, I'm so sorry.
Bruh.
I'm sorry. I should have kept that. That would have been a fire name.
And cuts. Like,
stop cutting me. No, the Mary J. Blige chop.
You trying to get mad beads in the sound and shit.
Sorry. Wait, no, you don't got that meme of Mary J. Blige chopping people.
Oh, I didn't see her chop. I see her gave somebody a 10. Wait,
no.
Send that to me. Send that to
Bro,
me.
this is about to be a new reaction.
Nah, deadass. That's about to be my fucking profile picture.
Yo, everybody's been reposting it. Alright, I'll send it to you just now.
Alright, so you could do a whole story. Either you talk about you talk about your homeboy, your homegirl. It's up to you.
So many. So many. And summer hasn't even started yet.
Yeah, summer hasn't even started.
But it's getting a little spicy. Okay, I can give like an overview of like a recent whole story. Okay. But this is not a successful whole story. This is kind of like
an L?
An L.
That we love the L.
Crazy?
No, we love the L. I'll be telling everybody else. We prefer the L's.
Some people like try to hide their L's and they try to like, make it seem like they came out like, no, it's okay.
He was not a porn star. So literally, like, sex is awkward as fuck.
Like, okay. So, I got flued out a few months ago.
Yes.
Right? We love it. Technically my first successful flew out, because before, like, it was actually a boyfriend, but this time it was just a treesh.
Right.
A munch.
Right.
Yeah, he was a munch. Actually, he wasn't. See, and we're gonna talk about that later.
Oh,
Lord. Got food out. It was nice. I think what really got me is that, like, we didn't know each other that well, but I don't know if you watch that show, Master of None.
Yeah.
I fucking love that show, first of all.
Yeah.
Season 1 through 3, amazing. They kind of lost me, but that's okay.
Mm.
So you remember when he went on the first date to Houston?
Yes.
That's
okay,
like
vaguely.
the first season.
Yeah.
I think first or second season. So instead of like them, because remember when the show opens up, that was the first girl he had sex with, just like a one night stand. But then they came back later.
Yeah.
So their first real date, he took her to Houston, and even though she was hesitant, she was like, you know what? That's kind of like a different first date. It's not going to the movies. It's not going to the restaurant, whatever. So I was like, fuck it. I went. It was a nice weekend. Everything was paid for. I didn't have to pay for anything. I actually had a lot of fun. It just kind of sucked because I had to meet. It wasn't like a vacation. Like, it was like, let's call it a birthday party for
a birthday party.
We'll call it a birthday party where he was seeing like a lot of people from like college or whatever. So I didn't know anybody there, barely knew him.
Right.
And it kind of felt weird. Like, I felt like an escort a little bit. So like, he wasn't really talking much, but like, he made sure to like keep me on his arm. He was like cuddled. It was all of that, but like, when we're having conversations, he just was kind of like,
yeah. So you're definitely just giving arm candy.
I was giving arm candy, which was cool. I was like, nice. I was trying to debate, like, do I feel a way about this? But like, low key, like, I didn't have a connection with him yet, Right. So I'm like, whatever. Like, this is an experience. This is a nice getaway weekend.
Right, and then I feel like it's a little bit flattering to be like, ooh, I'm arm candy
Right?
tonight. Like,
bro, that's kind of how it felt. But like I was vibing with everybody that like he was there with, like all of his like friends, and then his friends like girlfriends or whatever. So like it was a good time meeting them.
Yeah.
And then like after a while, this one specific night, we actually did have a lot of fun. We started talking more, and we were all at the club or whatever. Now we're all getting drunk. Then we go back to the Airbnb, and obviously everybody's lit. It's good vibes. So I'm like, you know what? I also low key know what a fly out means.
Of course, like let's be fucking
let's
for real.
be fucking for real. So I was like, all right, but since the lights were off,
oh man,
and I was drunk, I didn't really understand like what is he actually working with, because we didn't send any pictures. I didn't know.
Okay, so you literally raw dogged it.
Oh
no,
like,
I mean you raw dogged
okay.
it.
I'm about to say this.
You raw dogged the connection.
Listen. On this podcast,
redacted.
We condone safety at all costs.
My bad. That was slang. That wasn't for the real world. It wasn't the first slang. It was second slang.
Nothing. None of that. But okay. So basically, I didn't know if his dick was big or not. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
And turns out it was not.
Wah.
Like,
it's like
I felt like I was already in too deep.
Right.
No pun intended, because he can't. But
a dick deferred. See how cyclical life is?
Bro. Literally deferred. He wasn't like, it just, all of it was bad. It was so bad. It was just like, I don't know what I'm doing, but like, I'm such a great actress. And I'm playing my part so well right now, because you would have thought, because he ended up thinking I had a great time or whatever, and that he can like be more like, I'm that man, like, oh, stop talking like that or you're not gonna get no dick.
Yeah.
Yo,
that shit be. I watched some show like that, and he was talking like wild shit, and like I feel like it's a kink. Oh, it was Harlem. It was
I haven't watched that show yet.
Oh, it's like they had a big. He was perfect. Had the big house, fancy car. All that was like showering her with affection. He's like, yeah, like when I put it on you, you not even gonna know. You not even.
What?
Bro, that shit.
It's always them when they talk too much.
Exactly.
That's always an indicator that they have a little dick.
And I'm just
or
like,
if they overcompensate. Like, I think he probably flew me out and did all of that because it's like, well, you can have this, but.
And that's exactly the same vibe as Harlem. And it's like, then you got to feed the delusion of like, and it's like, I can't do. I'm too honest. I'm too, and it's gonna be.
And I love that for you, because I'm like, in my head, I'm always like, what would thing one do?
And it's not even like, I feel like I have to, because my face just be like,
it's like, I don't know, I don't have the heart to do it, because I'm like, first of all, what if you start wilding out on me right now?
True.
I cannot, like, I got my whole ass out, like, this is just not my vibe right now. And then, like, I don't know, I'm like, you know what, let me let you have it, because, you know.
You need it, man.
You need that.
Sometimes you need it.
Sometimes you need it. Sometimes you need that, like, big up, you know, whatever. And me, in my head, I'm like, I feel like if you have a little dick, you shouldn't be having sex. Like, that's just mad selfish of you.
I don't know if I would go that far.
No, because you don't understand how small this nigga's dick was. I was so mad.
But it's like, I feel like there's other ways to have sex. Like, if it was like head was good, fingering was good, like.
No, it wasn't the dude that flew me out. He literally he doesn't do any of that.
So it was literally just, he came with penetration and that was it? See, and this
because
is
when
what.
their dick is that small, it's very, you know, it's more sensitive or whatever.
Yeah, but like, so it's like, you're gonna have a little dick and not even care about my pleasure either?
Literally.
That's, and that's why I be telling the truth, because it's like, if the head was good and like whatever, I could work with it a little bit, you know. Maybe not to like make it permanent, you know. It could be a little short term thing, intended. But
oh, you stupid.
But like, I don't know. We could make it work, and then but it's like, just don't do all that like flexing, like, talking shit, like delusional shit, because I'm not gonna play into the delusion. Like, I had a good time. If you can back it up with the mouth, like, okay, I can work with it. But be fucking for real at the end of the day.
Exactly. Now, like with him, after like we came back from the trip or whatever, he wasn't like as like consistent with the communication or whatever. But like one time he hit me up because it was like Ramadan or whatever. So you know, they're not allowed to do that. But you know, there's a lot of
he's Muslim.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that say that.
Mm-hmm.
So he basically texted me on some shit like, "You gonna give me some or what?" I'm like, "What?"
Relax.
Who the fuck are you talking
and
to?
that,
like,
please, like that type of shit.
You don't have enough dick for you to be talking to me like that.
That type of shit is exactly why I can't fake, because I'm not gonna, that ego, like
that ego was crazy. I'm like, this is so insane for you to talk like this. No, like this is really insane.
And that's why they need to be
like, has no one told you?
No, but that's the thing. Like, they won't, because who wants to tell somebody that?
Literally, I would. That's such a crazy
I would never tell nobody that, but my face is gonna tell.
Yeah.
and that's
what.
And I'm not gonna like try to make it work if you're not even trying to make me feel good either. Mm-hmm. Like, why would I? The fuck.
That's what low-key happened with another whole story that I had.
Mm-hmm. We'll save that for later.
We can save it.
I feel like maybe I should record it again. I'm like, but if you want to send us your homeboy, your mama, your daddy, your grandma's whole stories, email highbypod@gmail.com. Put whole story in the subject, and you might hear it aloud.
And be descriptive, because I'm nosy.
We love the details, like we said, the nitty gritty, the sweaty balls. All right. So now we're gonna go on to the main topic. We gotta rush through this because my girl gotta go soon. And Miss Jazmine is a fashion stylist in New York. So we're gonna ask her a few questions about that, what that's like. Let's get into it. So, when did you know, or how did you figure out like this was what you wanted to do?
Well, growing up, and you know, my mom's a hairstylist, and seeing her do all of these shoots and do a bunch of like different kind of editorial stuff with her friends, I just always took an interest in like the clothing part of it. But I never knew, like at that young age, I never knew like I could really make that into like a career. Mm-hmm. It just seemed really far-fetched, and like, you know, we're from a small whole town, so I was just like, okay. Went to school, and even though I first majored for like childhood education, I thought I was gonna be a teacher. Mm-hmm. Thank God I realized in enough time that wasn't it. Shout out to y'all teachers though. I don't know how y'all do it.
Right. Yeah, I need to be paid way more.
Way more. Absolutely. So yeah, I basically just started dressing myself often and thinking like, you know what, this is enough. I'll just dress fly, or try to dress fly. Create like different kind of combinations for myself, and I'll leave it there. But then people started asking me to style them for random stuff, like friends. And then it just started getting bigger and bigger. And then that's kind of when I realized, like, this is something that, like, this fulfills me. It excites me. I like how I feel when I'm doing it. I like just making other people feel beautiful, too. Like, I take this very seriously, and I don't want to just throw you in an outfit.
Right.
And then you don't feel good. Like, you're just posing. You know, because it's a job. Like, I want you to actually, like, any person I put into, like, a new style, if I style them for anything, I want them to feel their best self. So,
right.
Yeah.
That's fire. Okay. Let's see. Let's start with, what are some perks of the job that you can tell us about? I don't know, what NDAs and shit.
Well, for styling specifically, it's, I'm trying to think without the NDA. I like the different kind of people you get to meet. It's like really a whole different world when you get into this, because you're actually meeting people that create these celebrities and people that we look up to, you know. Being able to be like not on no hype B shit, but it's like being able to see how they party and see like how they hang out and like the life that they live. And being able to make an impact for that. Right. I think that's really dope. Sometimes you get free clothes. They send a lot of gifting. Yeah. It depends. You get access to a lot of events that happen in New York City. Like before moving out there, I didn't even know like there's just random like fucking Mugler just pops up and he's doing like a random event, a launch event in New York, and then just so happens Kate Trinata is performing. Like what? Right. And then like I don't know. It's just cool to like be able to experience it. It's not everything. Right. It's cool having those connections and meeting those people.
Yes. Okay. What would be your dream collaboration?
That's a good one. I think an artist like Amaray.
Amaray?
Mm-hmm. The African artist, but she kind of does like, she's like a Doechii, you know. Oh, you've heard her song.
I probably am.
I'll send you something. But I would love to be able to rebrand like her style, because I think she has really like a specific like cyberpunk style, and it would be really cool to like style her like a campaign of hers. Okay, love her.
What would be some like trend predictions you see coming up?
Ooh, I love trend forecasting. Okay, so this summer, obviously you guys have already saw like the real preppy schoolgirl kind of vibe happening, but it's definitely going to come in full force. The only thing that sucks about it is that it's summertime, so people are going to be wearing those really mini like plaid skirt like tennis skirts. Yeah, they'll be wearing like those the shorts, half like a crop button up, and everyone's definitely just gonna be throwing on ties with everything, so that's gonna be cute. Also, it just feels like we're really diving into this Y2K fashion, so like that's definitely not leaving. They're kind of expanding more into like the sunglasses now. Like before, it's like, okay, yeah, we see Y2K, you know, the low rise and all of that, but now like I'm seeing more styles of glasses start to change to like how like in sync. Yeah,
I'm wondering if them Kanye glasses gonna come back.
I fucking hope not.
I feel like it hasn't been that long for it to come back yet. Like, please.
True, exactly.
Please.
I got scared for a minute. I thought we were gonna get into 2010 fashion, so that's the wearing the cami with another color cami with another color. Remember those belts? But like belts are coming back. Remember, like belts left a while ago.
My girl deadass predicted that shit in like 2020. She was like, "Yeah, this is the new thing." And she posted it on her, like literally. I was like, "Oh wow." Now I see that shit all the time.
You never know when, but like definitely. And I thought we were moving backwards because like everybody got really into like 90s fashion, then people started to adapt into 80s fashion, 70s. I really thought, well, we kind of skipped 80s because 80s wasn't that cute. 70s was cute, 80s was a little experimental. But I actually went to an 80s themed prom. My friends do it. My friends always, Sarah, love you. Everyone what came on theme was actually pretty cute. But I thought we were going to get into like the 50s and 60s where they wore those like bloomers.
Oh, wow.
Because the Chanel, since like they have that whole Met Gala and it's all Chanel, everyone's going into that real preppy, like, I don't want to call it old like UK, old like British.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That may be coming back to
like Vivienne Westwood, sort of. Yeah.
But with there's actually like an article that talked about like, is all of these cores changing like individuality in fashion. So how there's a Malia core, then there's like cottagecore.
Yeah.
And they said that it's basically like costumes, you know? Because it's like it's not just a new trend. It's not like a new pant trend and everyone's styling in different ways. It's literally like the same.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many, you know? So like, are everyone just cosplaying?
I mean, I feel like people take their own spin on what they think that means, though. So that could be it. But it's like, I don't know, because I haven't seen people in like the same outfits per se. Maybe for the audacious one, because that's a very specific.
Yeah.
But for the cottagecore, I feel people have been pretty like, I mean, a lot of the corset and all that stuff and the big skirts. But I feel like there's a way to switch it up and make it your own. But you just got to be that girl. I don't know, because not everybody's that girl. Like a lot of people are just following the trends because it's easier to do than like actually make your shit and like make it your own. I feel like it's gonna be for any fashion though. I don't know.
I low-key feel like, not that I'm a sidekick, but I predicted something. Because no, like even out here, low-key, this area is good for thrifting, and I don't know how, but like I found the better finds here than like out in New York City, which is crazy because so much clothes there. I went to the one, it's right by downtown area. I literally found, you know, the long denim skirts everyone's wearing, the little kitten heels. I also, what was it? The like kind of style of dress how everyone's wearing, like the backless and everything. I found all of that stuff at the thrift store, and like when I brought it, jewelry bras are coming back. You seen that? Everyone's wearing like jewels and everything. I found all of that at the thrift store, and like when I got it out of storage, I was like, yo, how did I know years ago that this was gonna be it? I just stored it away, waited for it to come.
Love it. Okay, so we can do one more. When do you want to leave? What do you think?
I'll probably leave at like 10:45.
Okay, so we can do the one last one.
Okay, cool.
And then we can do movie prediction, all that stuff.
Oh, dope.
Okay, so that we're gonna end on the big one. What do you think about queer women versus queer men in the industry?
Ooh, that's a big one. I feel like, in the most respectful way, I feel like a lot of queer men are more favored when it comes to certain roles and jobs when it comes to the fashion industry. I don't really know many queer women that are fashion designers.
I can't think of one.
Exactly. And I just feel like a lot of the projects that I see, it's kind of like it's pretty much all queer men being a part of the team. They'll probably have one black woman there, but it is kind of tough. Like it's noticeable, and at the end of the day, I want everyone to have the same opportunities, you know? So like I'm super thrilled, and it's always been like that though. Like fashion has always had the backing of queer men in general.
Right. It's the industry for real.
Yeah. Like even though like women are the muse for a lot of these collections and everything, it's still like a queer man either producing it, he's shooting it. And we love that, but I just feel like queer women aren't represented as much in the industry.
Right.
I would love for it to be different, but you know, hopefully with this new age of designers coming up nowadays, hopefully we'll see a difference. But honestly, all of the fashion brands that I've come across, like a lot of the creatives that I know, it's the numbers are so
yeah. I'm like, so how would that work with, because you also do PR, so like how does that work with finding one to represent?
Well, it kind of goes a lot of different ways, because first we have to see like whatever you're producing aligns with our company. So like even though you would have a lot of followers, if we feel like this isn't like the kind of brand that we could represent or like we should that aligns with our like ethos or whatever. It's not gonna happen. But for us, like we have a queer company. We have two of them actually, three actually. So one of one of the brands, he's a queer Caucasian man, but he doesn't really center his brand off of his queerness. Like honestly, unless I asked like my team, I wouldn't have known. So his collection is very like the demographic is straight men, like skinny, like LA straight men. And then for another brand, they're Asian owned, two Asian American queer women. So
okay.
We're really excited. The brand's called Bauer House. So really excited about them. They're very like upbeat. You should actually check them out. They do a lot of events at their flagship store catered to queer people. And they actually like spread that narrative as well. So I'm actually really proud of them for being able to do that, and I hope they get bigger because that's not a thing in fashion, you know. So, but that's also a topic that no one wants to talk about,
right?
Because just queerness in general is always a very sensitive topic.
You think it's hush hush, even though it's like dominated?
I don't think it's hush hush. I think it's just expected. Like obviously, the queer creative director of a brand is going to hire another queer man that's going to hire another queer man, you know. So it's just kind of like, you know, once you get in the room, it's like everybody else in the room, which is great. Like Black people just in general do that often. But every demographic does that often. You feel me? So I just feel like there needs to be more queer women in power to be able to bring themselves in as well.
Right.
Even though people say, oh, with like, once I'm at the table, we're all at the table, all of that, there's room for everyone.
It's very hard to get that everyone. They trying to keep that exclusive.
Exactly. In fashion, it's very much, yes, if you're good, but there has to be a cosign first. And then who do you know that I know that, you know, that it's going to make sense for my aesthetic? Like, it's a lot. So love it. I love it. Sometimes it is discouraging, and like, because there's so much amazing people out there that just like everyone's doing something. So it's like I can do a project, but then the next day it's like I feel like I didn't do it because people are just dropping projects. So it's like you kind of get oversaturated with everybody else's ideas. Like, oh, that's fire. I should do something like that or whatever. Or I could have done something like that. Like, why didn't I think of that? So it gets like that, but other than that, definitely trying to take the time to like, okay, I created this art. I'm just gonna keep creating art.
Right. It's like, it's probably good to like take a break from like looking all that stuff, but it is hard since that's like your job to do that stuff too. But it's like you got to take the creative time for yourself too, and it's like you're gonna feel so. Like, I feel like, for me, I just take in so much that I feel like I'm taking in. I need to put something out to, like, have some balance.
Exactly. And then, like, if you don't execute, like, any of the ideas you did, then it's just, like, it just gets all muddy. Like, And then sometimes it feels like when I am creating art or whatever, or, like, if I'm styling or I'm doing, like, a big project, it all comes at once. Like, it's never like, okay, here's a project for you. Here's a new one after that's completed with some time, you know. It's like I'm doing multiple stuff at once. And I'm like, how do people that are way bigger, how are they able to like juggle multiple clients? Like Law Roach styling, literally Law Roach styling for big artists for, you know, Grammys or Oscars or something like that, you know.
Oof.
Insane.
It makes it a team. It's literally always a team. And then you just got to keep building into it, I guess. Okay. So let's shift because you got to go. What are your movie, TV, and song album recommendation?
Okay. So Succession, always, every day. I'm obsessed with that show. We are on the last season. I love how they're doing it right now. But for those of you that don't know, if you don't know, I'm sorry for you. It's basically like some father, he's selling his company, or he's getting too old to run the company. The three siblings are fighting to get it, but it's such a lesser of the same kind of dry humor as like The Office. It still has those hints because it's like, how did the writers come up with this dialogue for real? But like, I don't know. It's really interesting. The characters are so complex. You love all of them, you hate all of them. It's one of those that really grows on you.
Yeah.
So definitely watch Succession. The funeral episode is coming up.
What?
You gotta watch it tomorrow. And then what else you said? Song?
Movie and song.
Movie and song. You know, I haven't watched movies in a long time, which is kind of crazy.
It's understandable. It's hard to get to them sometimes.
I'm so like, okay, months ago. I watched the Tiana Taylor movie. What was that movie called again?
I don't know.
She was promoting it really heavy.
Damn. I feel like I heard about it too.
Let me go to her page.
1001?
Yes, 1001.
Oh.
So I went to a screening, and then like her, Dapper Dan, and the director came and did like a whole Q&A. Well, it wasn't really Q&A. It's like a panel afterwards, which is kind of cool. But it's basically, it's really layered. So the theme is obviously old New York, late 80s to early 2000s. And as it's a coming of age for the both of them, for a mother and son. But in the middle of that coming in age story, they're also touching on a lot of like the big issues that started happening around New York City around that time. So like, obviously when crack really hit the streets, and then gentrification, all of that. And they just added it subtly into not only like their script and like what the storyline was, but like you would see little news clippings from like everything that was going on, like the stop and frisk, everything. I think the director was a genius for it. I cried my eyes out. It's funny. It's just beautiful. It gives me Moonlight vibes, even though Moonlight is unmatched. Yeah. And that movie's phenomenal.
But like tone.
The tone gives me that.
Like melancholic nostalgia or something.
Yeah. I really recommend you seeing that. Or everyone seeing that.
Okay.
And then you said song.
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, I'm really into Afrobeats, and I haven't really strayed away often, but can I do two? Okay, I'm gonna do an R&B one. Valentina by Daniel Caesar. Preferably the Rick Rock version that he added in the deluxe, but that song is so fucking fire. I know Daniel Caesar is canceled, but y'all gotta uncancel him for this new product.
For just that one
song.
For
the one song.
He ate that one little
thing. He ate that one little thing, for real. Key body. And then it reminds me of like Aston Martin music, Diced Pineapples, mainly because Rick Ross is on it, but like still, it's old R&B indie body. And then my hood rat weekend song, Taliban's. What's his name? It's a dance hall song, but honestly, y'all gonna be hearing this song all summer. Probably. Taliban's by Byron Messiah. So it's slowly getting out there now. It's like, you know how Hot Nigga used to be that song at the end of the night where everyone gets hyped. Now it's this song. Okay, and it was also that one by Sheck West. Oh yeah, when he was a thing. Mo Bamba. See, I thought with Mo Bamba, he was really gonna be like. He ruined himself. He ruined himself. He ruined it. There was so much potential there. It was different. He was an ignorant nigga. But then he was an ignorant nigga in real life, and then he fucked him over. How do you be like this? Like, stupid bitch. Him. What are yours? Okay, so for my movie, I seen it at this like film screening actually.
at the college.
Oh, cool.
And it's called Follow Her. So I'm going to just read the little blurb, whatever. An aspiring actress responds to a mysterious classified ad and finds herself trapped in her new boss's twisted revenge fantasy.
Ooh.
Like, and it's dropping in June, like, for, like, to buy and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But that was really good. Like, and it had this actor. My friend told me he was in some, like, movie. Or he's, like, really big now because he's in some, like, popular show, but I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
But he ate that role the fuck up. His name is Luke Cook. He was in Sabrina. He played Lucifer in Chilling Sabrina. But he ate that role up. Like, he did that for sure. For a song, I think I'm gonna do, let me look. I'm gonna go see Phony People later this month. So I'm gonna do Warmest Winter by Phony People. That song is fire. And then for TV show, I probably said it before, but I'm gonna say it again because the new season is out. The Great is a fire ass show on HBO. I mean, no, I'm on Hulu. It's a Hulu one.
And I love Hulu.
Yes,
I be on it more than Netflix now.
Yeah, I don't even care about Netflix no more.
Well, I did it to watch Beef.
I did, but then they just dumb shit. Yeah,
they did do some dumb shit immediately after.
Like, but it was mad good. But I would have recommended that if that wasn't like
exactly me too.
but
they're making the brother like a big thing now.
He's cute.
They have to at this point.
I know. Who else
was
is
a favorite, and then like they ruined it. So.
And his voice, I was like,
his voice is fun.
Mm-hmm.
With that little fine ass body he got. Mm-hmm.
I was into it. Yeah. I definitely followed him when he still had like 1,000. It was like 3,000 followers. Then I like went back a couple hours later. That shit said 14K.
Bro, because we horny as yo.
Like, now what's his name?
Like, you know what's crazy? Do you watch Snowfall?
No, but I definitely heard about it.
Okay, so one of the characters, he's just like one of the guys that sell weed. Or like he kind of not sell weed. He kind of pushes for him in the projects that.
Yeah.
So he is fucking fine, bro. I followed him. I found him. I'm thinking this man got like 100K, whatever. This man only has 6,000 followers.
On it
I followed him immediately, liking everything. Yes, man.
It's within reach.
Literally, if I DM him, he's gonna see it. And he's gonna fucking respond.
Why not?
Like, it's only 6.
All right, y'all. Jazz gotta go. Do you want to drop your socials?
Yes. Follow me at Jazmine Naje, Naje Naje on Instagram, and the same thing on Twitter.
All right. Thank you for stopping by.
Holla at me.
Thank you for answering questions.
Holla at me.
End of episode 13. Peace.
Even though I like boys, would you still let me hit? If I eat your pussy, would you still suck my dick? Baby, I'll take your soul if I lick on your clit. You ain't never met a nigga who could do it like this. Would you still be my nigga if I fuck on your sis? I'm a verse top, I can never be your bitch. And if I suck your dick, swear to God I won't spit. And your bitch call me daddy when I'm deep in her shit. No hard situation, baby, let me get this nut. And where your brother at, cause I still want his butt. When I eat your pussy, I'ma pick your ass up. I'ma show you little baby Dilly Bow, ain't no chump. I'm a thug nigga, bust knocks and I flip tricks. Matter of fact, I eat pussy and I suck dick. Bust quick, nigga wanna rum, then it's nothing. If a bitch want my time, bring them funds in. And if I slide through your hood, what you gon' do? Cause I'ma walk through that bitch like I'm supposed to. Bump you, bitch come outside, I ain't gon' jump you. I'ma come high like I'm Goku. And I'm a faggot, but they knowin' I'm a shooter, baby. Since I'm a shooter, can I have some of that cooler, baby? I'm a faggot, I'm the #1 shooter, baby. I'ma call your brother like, what's up? What you doing later? I want the dick, the pussy. I want everything, bitch, what it is. I want the dick, the pussy. I want everything, bitch, what it is. Bisexual problems, bitch. Bisexual problems, bitch. Bisexual problems, bitch. Ay, can you solve them, bitch? Bisexual Problems, bitch, bisexual. Problems, bitch, bisexual. Problems, bitch. Can you solve them, bitch?